Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you saw the title, let's just get into this. This is going to be yet another video diving into the shitfest that is Activision Blizzard. So let's dive into this article on Dexerto that is titled, Bobby Kotick admits original response to Activision Blizzard backlash was quote-unquote tone deaf. Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick has apologized for the company's tone-deaf initial response to the sexual harassment lawsuit filed by a Californian State Department. Kotick has also called for a third-party investigation into the company's policies. Activision Blizzard's pervasive frat boy culture was exposed in a July 21st lawsuit filed by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing following a 2-year investigation. The 29-page lawsuit detailed several instances of sexual harassment and discrimination against women in the workplace on a systemic level. They were paid less than their male counterparts for the same positions and offered promotions at a slower rate. The company's initial statements called the allegations distorted descriptions of Blizzard's past. However, as more employees came forward with their own experiences, current and former executives apologized for the culture fostered at the company. CEO Bobby Kotick apologized for the tone-deaf statement, following in the footsteps of Blizzard President J. Allen Brack and Activision President Rob Kostich. Our initial response to the issues we faced together and to your concerns were quite frankly tone deaf, he said in a July 27th company-wide letter. It is imperative that we acknowledge all perspectives and experiences and respect the feelings of those who have been mistreated in any way. I am sorry that we did not provide the right empathy and understanding. Kotick promised the company would make 5 changes effective immediately, including providing more employee support when filing harassment claims and removing inappropriate in-game content. We are taking swift action to be the compassionate, caring company you came to work for and to ensure a safe environment. There is no place anywhere at our company for discrimination, harassment, or unequal treatment of any kind. Exact examples of in-game content being removed were not given by Blizzard, but it is understood some NPCs from games like World of Warcraft have either been renamed or removed entirely. Kotick also announced that a third-party investigation would examine Activision Blizzard's current policies and procedures to ensure that we have and maintain best practices to promote a respectful and inclusive workplace. The review will be conducted by law firm WilmerHale and led by Stephanie Avakian, a former SEC director in the Division of Enforcement. You have my unwavering commitment that we will improve our company together, and we will be the most inspiring, inclusive entertainment company in the world, Kotick said to round out his letter. Activision Blizzard's employees will be staging a walkout on July 28th, with at least 1/3 of the company expected to take part after signing an open letter demanding better conditions for workers. Okay, so a couple things I have to say here right from the jump, and that is, good job admitting that the initial response was tone deaf, because it right there just really showed a lack of care and a lack of understanding as to how severe the situation and the allegations to go along with it truly was. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing as well, this is my second thing, it's really good that the CEO is stepping up and acknowledging all of this, but talk is cheap, my man, you know what I'm saying? How about we follow up with some legitimate action, and that right there remains to be seen with this third-party investigation, so I'm definitely going to be keeping some major tabs on that. But now let's take a look at another article on Dexerto that is titled, Activision Blizzard Lawsuit is Another Nail in WoW's Coffin. In the wake of the state of California filing a lawsuit against gaming behemoths Activision Blizzard, WoW fans are jumping ship to other popular MMOs such as Final Fantasy XIV Online and New World. If you're a somewhat avid gamer, it's likely every single one of us have picked up an Activision Blizzard game at some point in our lives, be it the adorable Crash Bandicoot or the devilish Diablo. The company are the publishers behind some of the most iconic titles. So when the state of California filed a lawsuit against the gaming titans, there was fresh scrutiny on the games it produces too. As players who had sunk hours of their lives into these games, the maltreatment and failure to protect employees on such a scale made many feel guilty for playing their games in the first place. For WoW players specifically, the lawsuit could be the last straw for some, the rod that broke the camel's back, as it were. Sure, this scandal isn't the sole reason for WoW's fall from grace, but it's definitely another factor, and a big one. Before all of the chaos surrounding this investigation broke, WoW was already on a slippery slope into the depths of the maw. The highly anticipated expansion to the Shadowlands Chain of Domination divided players across Azeroth, plagued by frustrating lag that rendered the new zone Korothia largely unplayable, and accompanied by a cinematic that gave us absolutely no new information about the future of the Shadowlands. Some chose this moment to call it quits. While some players might immediately claim this as an example of Blizzard not giving a damn, it's worth looking a little deeper and considering the point of view of the employees involved. Residing in a workplace allegedly fraught with tension, fear, and harassment, it would be almost impossible to create good content, never mind great content. Chains of Domination wasn't worth the months of waiting, but the details of the lawsuit perhaps explain why we ended up with a half-baked expansion and some pitifully bad script writing. Not only this, it arrived at literally the worst time possible. Enter Amazon Games MMO title New World. A fresh take on the genre, the beta launched on July 20, 2 days before the Activision scandal dropped. An immediate hit on Twitch, prominent streamers such as Asmongold and Shroud all took to the island's dusty plains to uncover its secrets, breathing new life into a sector that WoW previously dominated. The MMO community are ablaze with hype for this stunning looking new title. And it couldn't have come at a better time. In the wake of Chains of Domination and the lawsuit, New World is poised to become a haven for former WoW players. While Final Fantasy XIV Online provides the perfect refuge for now, Amazon's title represents a new start for fans everywhere. It's fresh, innovative, and promises everything that WoW used to, and there's no irritating subscription fee. Where do I sign up? Each of these factors clearly contributed to WoW's rapid decline, but for many, the ongoing lawsuit was curtains for the iconic MMO. A glance at the nostalgia section of the game's official subreddit shows players revisiting the areas that meant the most to them and hanging up their armor for the last time. Others who have returned to the game have noticed an absence of players, calling it a dead game. For many, the abhorrent treatment of employees was just the last straw that broke the camel's back. Blizzard's leadership hasn't listened, hasn't cared, and now they've proven that their morals lie in the gutter. I too canceled my subscription, but I couldn't even face trying to trundle through the lag in Korothia to return to the place that was special to me. It simply wasn't worth it. Should we be boycotting WoW? I think it's important, however, that we respect players who continue to take to Azeroth's plains every day. The developers who underwent all of this pain and trauma still managed to produce amazing products. Respecting other players' decisions is important because while Activision Blizzard may be the publisher, they aren't the game's heart and soul. This ill treatment is a thread that flows through WoW's development. It's responsible for the poor quality of the chains of domination. It's one of the reasons that New World looks so inviting. Like a parasite, it has made WoW its host, and it's ready to take that final bite. WoW's future looks bleak, but it still remains one of the staple titles that molded and shaped many of us into who we are today. All of this represents an opportunity to spread our wings and fly, to try something different, forge on adventures, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Now, after reading this, it makes me feel absolutely horrible for all of the players that dedicated countless hours into content that involves games like WoW or anything else that Activision Blizzard produced. And the thing is as well is that there are streamers that have made their livelihoods off of doing content for Activision Blizzard games. And now that all of this is front and center, this right here has got to feel absolutely just so massively burdening for them, you know what I'm saying? Like, as an example, we have ourselves this individual. Preach Gaming quits World of Warcraft amid Blizzard workplace scandal. So, yeah, that right there is something that made a career for this man, and because of this situation, he's now quitting. So, that right there just shows the impact of the entirety of this situation, ladies and gentlemen. And I feel absolutely sorry for this individual and anybody else that made a career out of making content for games from Activision Blizzard, because now it's like that is a big part of their life that is permanently tainted because of this shit. I do understand why they are going through with quitting these games, because why would you want to support a company like Activision Blizzard that has for the longest time housed extremely disrespectful and disgusting behaviors, pretty much akin to frat boy culture as it was referred to time and time again in this situation? Why would you want to support a company like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's probably what they're thinking, most likely, upon them quitting these games. And you know something else, ladies and gentlemen? This might come off as a bit of a reach here, but just hear me out on this. It would not surprise me that the reason why the WoW expansion flopped so badly was because of the employees being in a really poor and horrible workplace environment that just want to go to work, make an honest living, and do their work without any of the bullshit involved. But because they were most likely subject to that stuff in one way or another, or they had to put up with an overall horrible workplace environment, they probably weren't able to focus 100% on making the WoW expansion much better than what had been released. And going off that mindset right there, this right here just goes to show that in order for things to be good, especially in titans like gaming companies, you need to have a good workplace environment with nothing but the utmost support and respect and equality for all of the employees involved. Because if that right there is not a thing, and they essentially become like Activision Blizzard, well, you end up having shit like this taking place. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not really sure what else I can say here at this point. I think for right now, things are probably going to be rather slow in regards to the development of Activision Blizzard, but I wouldn't hold my breath on that because we'd probably end up suffocating. It would not surprise me whatsoever that after me posting this video, something else comes out, but regardless, I'm going to keep you guys in the loop in this situation because, well, we're already 4 videos in. Might as well, you know what I'm saying? And also, this right here just in general needs to be aired out. because this right here is not okay. Not even slightly. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for your time as well in viewing this video. These type of videos are not easy to make, and I'm definitely sure that it goes double for you guys when it comes to watching these videos, that these aren't easy to watch either. But with that being said, thank you guys again. I really, truly appreciate the support and the time that you give. Have yourself a damn good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.